Hi, I'm Brian from Easy 4x4 and Easy Trunk. I'm here today to show you how the new Easy Flip Top installs and how easy it is to do. We give you a special alignment tool, okay, that goes right on your Freedom Top to help you install it, and it usually takes about 15 minutes to 20 minutes to install it. One of the most important things that you got to do before you start is you got to clean the top with lacquer thinner, not paint thinner. A lot of people wax the top, so you got to do it 3 or 4 times. Okay, you can't do it too many. That's what I can say at the least. Okay, you can only do too little. You find the areas where you're going to put the Freedom Top. You see it's dirty already. Okay, so there's either wax or dirt on here. So the areas where you're going to clean, where you're going to put the Freedom Top, you make sure you get all the wax off, and you're going to feel it start getting slippery. You know, when you first start, then it starts sticky a little. That means you got the wax off. So I'm going to do that real quick. Then we could start the process. First thing you want to do is you can lay the panels on so you know about where you're going to be putting them. Okay, and that's the area that you're going to clean. What I usually do is put a little piece of tape on the top and bottom, just so I know the area to clean, so I'm not wasting time. So this is the general area. Now I pull them off and I clean it with lacquer thinner. Again, I clean it about 3 or 4 times just to make sure I get all the wax off. You'll feel it start getting sticky once the wax is off, and don't be afraid to try to use a lot of lacquer thinner. After we put the lacquer thinner on, before the process, we're going to use a thing called Primer 94. It's from 3M, and that helps the glue from the tape bond a little better. I'm just doing that final cleaning. Like I said, I like to do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure I got all the wax off. What's nice about the flip top, it'll go on the rough finish and also the shiny finish. Once that's done, you're ready to start. So the next thing we're gonna do is actually put it back down again. One of the things you gotta look for, there's a little cut right here, okay? The cuts go on the outside and they're gonna follow the seam of the Jeep, where I'm gonna wipe the primer. Now that I put the Primer 94 on both sides, okay, I'm going to set my template in place. The way the template works is a little cut right here and a V right here. You set it right on the center line of the Freedom Top and tape it down. Okay, it's raised a little so it matches your Freedom Top hinges, okay, and you'll notice it clips right back here. What I'm going to do is get it into location.
You should get more of these in the truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what I usually do is I usually take the template and tape it down so it stays in location. And tape it so when you do tape it so you can see if it moves. So try to keep the point in the middle of the V of the space. And that's basically it. Now that we've got that, again, you take the groove and it should be centered. And what this does, what this template does, it keeps the hinges parallel. It keeps the hinges parallel so they fold back evenly. It's important with these 2 cutouts, okay, that they're in the same location on both sides. So this prevents you from being a little crooked, okay? And you'll notice that there's a cutout here, so everything will stay aligned. And it seems like they're within a couple, it seems like they're actually pretty equal from what I see. So I'm looking here and I see a little of the top hitting here, and I'm looking at the place and I'm seeing a little top hitting here. So what I'm gonna do is, now that it's correct, okay, I'm gonna take tape and tape it together so nothing moves while I'm working. Okay. What I usually do, I'm always double checking it, and it's the same. Put a little tape down. Try to use painter's tape so it comes off real easy. When you're done. And it's real simple now. Now, if you happen to touch the hard top again with your hands, don't be worried. Just clean it with lacquer thinner and use the primer 94 again. What we're going to do is just peel these off. And try not to touch it. We put these little little sticky things on here to help you take it off. Makes it a little easier. What I usually do is I usually have a little knife. Help me catch the edge. You find if you actually pull this up slowly, it's a lot easier. And we put the waste there. So what you do is carefully double check to make sure nothing moved. And you just drop it down. And that is it for this side. Now what we're going to do is this side next because everything's connected. Okay? And then I'll explain to you what these hinges do. Now I'm going to take this side. Is we bring the adhesive past the edges so you don't have to worry about it ever peeling up. And this is rock solid stuff. It's used for the automotive industry for 3M. Works real well. Okay, now that this is done, okay, we're pushing it down and afterwards we're just going to step on it. But for now, this is what we're going to do. Everything's still aligned. You can pull all the tape off because this is securing it. The next step's real easy. You just flip this back, pull these off. Now that I have these pulled off, it's real simple. All you do is just drop it down and push down and we're done. Okay, we're gonna do the next one. And if you pull a little slower, I think that they won't break off, they'll stay together. And if you happen to pull a little of the tape up, just peel it off with a knife and it'll stick back down so you can grab it. Now that we have this off, all you do is flip it down. Okay. Take this off. Pull up all your tape. And what I usually do is I put a lot of pressure on it for a minute just to make sure they're all sticking well. What I actually do is stand on it. And this sets the rubber into the hard top. I'm gonna do it like I usually do and just stand on it in a second. It makes it a lot easier. Now you leave it in this position for a little while and you know, probably in about 20 minutes you can go back there and put the locking mechanism on. I'm gonna do that in a second for you too. So basically that's how you do it. It's pretty simple. With the new template, it makes it really easy to put it on, and that's how it goes. Now that we put the Easy Flip Top on, we're gonna put the locking mechanism on. Okay, we stood on it to make sure it was secure. Bring it back carefully. I'll bring the other side back. This is a different contour, you know, in a few different places. So what I usually try to do, it can go anywhere. Okay, what I usually try to do is find out where it fits the best. And I'm finding it fits right there the best. That's where I'm gonna put it. I'm making a little mark right here so I know about where I want it, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and measure that too. So try to make it so it's as flush as possible. Right here. Now, what I'm gonna do, now that I know where I wanna put it, I'm gonna take these and flip them back because they basically get in the way while you're doing this installation. The most important thing is that you measure, once you find the one side, measure from here over to here to make sure you're approximately equal on both sides. So I'm gonna measure that, and it measures out about 6 inches. Okay, so when I'm on that side, I know I'm gonna be 6 inches off the glass for that too. Now what I'm gonna do is just fit it again, like that, some other places, and that's fine. What I'm doing is I'm putting a little line here, because what I'm gonna do is peel the tape off. I'm gonna grab it like this and drop it right down. Okay, and this will be secure. I'm putting it over here because I see it fits a little better on this radius, because it is different on a few different places in the deep, so which makes it easy to do. Making sure it's aligned with this right here. And move this a little over. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be putting it on the inside over here on both of them. So this one I'm going to just double check to make sure it fits nice. And one of the things we want to measure is that we're about equal over here. So for a minute, we're just going to put a little tape here to hold it in place. Just to see how it looks. All we're going to do is now we're going to clean it. We're just going to set it right here and drop it down, and we're done. This one's a little easier to clean. You can see a lot of grits coming off it already. Now it's starting to squeak, which is what I like. So I'm going to clean it 3 times. Now that we've done that, we're just going to make sure that this thing is still fitting properly, and it is. Okay. We're going to peel this off. And carefully center it again where you'll follow your lines. Now that you have this one set, just look to make sure it's equal here when you set this one up. So this one's about right. They're both set in the same location. And even if you're a little off, it's fine. Just try to get as close as possible. And that's how easy it is. So you're going to press it down. Now, you're going to notice they're both round. It touches in about 95% of the area, 90% of the area. That's plenty. It only needs 10% to work. But you'll notice it touching it 95% of the area. So now that we've got it in the location, we're just pushing it down to make sure that we have good contact between the hardtop and the locks. And you're all set to try it out, see how it works. What we're going to have to do next is just adjust this for the easy flip top. So we're going to be putting rubber stops down, and they're these tiny little pieces of rubber to protect your soft top, and also make it so there's a little movement, so when you lock it, it stays firm on there. And you can put them back here about 1 inch away. We're going to clean it 1 or 2 times. I could start hearing it squeak again. It means I took the wax off. So next thing you do is you peel this edge off. The next thing you do is you peel the plastic off. Again, what I usually do is I take a knife and try to split it. So I'm pre-doing that before I start the work, otherwise I'm stopping too many times. Makes it easy to do it this way. And try to get it straight across as much as you can. You want to be about 1 inch in. So we're going to make a measurement, and when I'm doing it, I'll actually be up here so I can eye it so it is straight. What I'm doing, I'm going to measure off the back here so it's straight when you look at it from the side. Okay, now that I've got these off, I'll hop back up there. And I'll pick a location. So I'm going to be 1 inch in. I'm going to mark off of here. And a lot of times I'll just leave the tape measure right here because it's simple that way. And I'll put the first one on. And I try to center it and make it square. And that's how easy it is. Mark it here. It makes it a lot easier if you pre-pull these off. So these are on, because you can't adjust these without having these on, because these add about 1/8 of an inch. So now that we have it up, we can pull these back. And that's how it works. It's that simple. What's nice about it, if you happen to bring it back without having this flip back, these are rubber, they don't do any damage to it. We're going to be adjusting these right now so you can make them a little tighter. So now that you have it set, you can see it's just a little loose. You loosen these couple screws. These are going to be adjustable also. And you push this down as far as you can. And you do this on both sides, and that's how easy it is to put on an easy flip top.